everybody! Welcome to season 2 of Double Shot Coffee with the Twins. All right, we are getting ready to start here, so you go there, get comfortable, get your coffee, tea, whatever is warm, and sit here with us. We are full of great news for you today. Okay, get comfortable because the show is about to start right now.
Always wondering what's going on. Why me? Why he?
Hey, everybody!
Wake up.
Look at this, season 2. After 17 shows, we start the new season, and we are going to talk all about this. For those of you that are just jumping in, here on this video, this is Double Shot Coffee with the Twins. This is the place where we meet to share good news. Good news that happen all over the world. In your lives, everybody, it's all about positive energy and good news. And we are so proud to announce that today we are starting season 2. Can you believe it?
Olha aqui, já tem gente chegando aí. Piu, fala aí, meu amigo do Brasil aí, ó. Piu, bom dia, meu querido.
E aí, saudade sua, saudade, moleque. So let's do like this, like we always do. Let us know where you are watching us from, and let us know also if you were on season 1 with us, because like I said, today we are starting season number 2. Okay,
a few different changes is for the better. Season 2 starts at 9 a.m. and it's still I almost didn't make.
Yes, season 2 it's at 9 a.m. Remember, season 1 we are starting at 8 a.m. So now we are having a little bit more bedtime.
Yes.
Hey, so to kick off this season, we are gonna have our boy here to see. Are you ready for season 2, man?
I'm ready. I got the extra hour as well this morning. Walt, your suggestion went right to the top of the list. Season 2, 9 a.m. Season 3, we might do 9 p.m. I don't know.
Coffee,
may move it back. And what are you guys drinking? I see tea bags.
Yes.
Season 2, you're not drinking coffee anymore, huh?
Just because it's season 2, man. We gotta start fresh.
Season 2 is tea.
We are here with tea. Oh, let's go.
And honey.
Oh, and honey.
Yeah,
you guys are extra.
Oh, our people is here on fire.
Olivia, good morning, Olivia.
Yes, Linda. Both Lindas are here today. Look at that.
Double Lindas. Double shot, double Lindas.
Yes. Easter. Lenny. Hey.
Lenny in the house.
Good morning.
So season 2, Twins, what did we learn the last 17 weeks? How would you summarize what this show is about? What do we cover here?
I think to sum up is there is a lot more good things happening on the planet than we could possibly know, because unfortunately it's not on the news. So you have to look for it, and that's what we are doing. We are looking for it and showing you guys here. So there is a lot more good things happening than we know. And that was very refreshing for me because I didn't know either. So having the chance to see, wow, it brings a little hope. It brings a little light to your life when you know that there is so many people getting out of their way to do the right thing. And it's unfortunately, again, not shown on TV.
The media.
Yeah.
Amen.
The reason why we started here, on my point of view, was because, remember, way back when they started with this whole quarantine, the corona, people kind of freaking out, didn't know what really to do. And like, because of what it was, the corona and the quarantine, people kind of freaking out. And we got all of our shows canceled. So that was also another reason why we started this. But the main idea was just to sit here in front of you and hang out and bring some good news and brighten up your day.
And hear good news from you guys too, because you guys share a lot. Like, for example, like right now we have in Monticello, Florida. Donnie is watching us from Florida. We've never been there, but Monticello found us.
Yeah, that is awesome. You see now, can you tell our people here what you have learned on the 17 weeks that we did the first season?
What have I learned these 17 weeks? I learned there's a lot of good news happening in the world if you look for it. And you guys have brought up several times that you have to put good into the world. And I think part of putting good into the world is looking for good news. You know, you like calibrate your compass or your radar to be open to good stuff and positivity. And then the more you share it, the more you look for it, the more that it just like resonates. And one small act can make a huge difference. We've talked a lot on the show of individuals that just do one small thing in their community and the ripple effect that it has. And they're changing dozens, if not hundreds and thousands of lives. And then the more the story spreads, more people get inspired by it and then they take action. So don't underestimate what one person can do. And I think you guys, just by building this forum here, you're helping snowball that positivity. Actually, let's not use the word snowball because
It's
I don't want
coming.
to talk about snow just yet.
It's coming.
Let that positivity build. But we talk about
Don't say you guys. You were part of this too. This would not be the same show if TC or boy right there wasn't part of this show. So we're very thankful for that too.
oh, you mean you wouldn't wake up early if it wasn't for me?
You better
Man,
believe it. I would.
thanks, twins.
Oh.
Thanks.
Grayling, Michigan. Grayling.
Yeah, I saw we got Tennessee in the house too.
Yeah,
Oh,
Michigan.
look at
Oh,
that.
Michigan.
Tennessee, Florida.
So let me go here through my people. Let me see who is here. Oh, we got William Avelino. Yes,
pew,
William.
pew.
Yeah.
Olivia, my sister-in-law,
Yeah.
Olivia Maggard is here.
Lenny Palmer.
Lenny is
Esther.
your brother.
Linda Browns and Linda Hamer.
Linda Hammett.
Yes, Donnie. Beverly Crawford. Hello,
Beverly.
Beverly. Carol, Rita Preston. Noreen. Hello,
Noreen
Noreen.
Maxwell.
Nice to have you here. Lori, Rita, Mary, Anna. Oh, you guys are on fire. Look at that. Everybody's writing. Thank you so much for joining
Alaska.
us.
Alaska checking in.
We got Alaska in the
We're
house.
coast to
Oh,
coast to coast,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Coast
We
to
need you
coast
guys
to
in
coast.
Alaska.
Anna fan said, checking in, need to be pumped up. Time homeschooling my third grader. Challenge to say, yeah. Good morning, Anna.
All right, before we start here with the good news, I have to give some shout outs here. Huge shout out here for friends,
Tim and Frank.
Tim and Frank,
Man.
and
Jared.
Jared.
Yes.
Super nice guys. They are neighbors here, super
Yeah,
patient
oh my
with
God.
us. Amazing
These
people.
are awesome. Tim, Frank, and Jared.
They are always watching us with you, so thanks for the support.
Yes.
Now, are you guys ready for some good news? Let's see what we got here to see. What do
So-
we have, man?
You know, we try to spread happiness here, but we got some competition. We got some competition. This is healthy competition. The world's first happiness museum just opened in, Walter, any guesses?
Spain.
Denmark. Copenhagen.
Ooh, wow.
Copenhagen, Denmark.
Why?
It's been a pretty tumultuous year this year with all the nonsense going on. So this is something in the happiness category. They just opened the Happiness Museum in Copenhagen, Denmark. It was launched by the Happiness Research Institute. And they opened this Happiness Museum with the purpose of bringing the research that they have about mental well-being and the quality of life into an interactive setting. So this museum has all these different rooms, and then it has a lot of their research and these interactive things that you can play around with. The CEO said it's our hope that guests will leave a little wiser, a little happier, and a little more motivated to make the world a better place.
Oh,
So it'd be like if we had a double shot museum.
Yeah, see if they need us to go there and give a speech, you know?
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, and Walter, the reason I asked if you knew where it was, Denmark usually ranks every year as one of the happiest countries. It's usually ranked near the top. So they thought, what better place to host the Happiness Museum than in Copenhagen, their capital. They have some different rooms that explore like the link between wealth and happiness. Like, does a certain amount of money make you happy? And then they have one called Happiness Around the World, where they have sticky notes from people from all over the world writing what happiness means to them.
Oh, wow.
Then they have some rooms about, science and artificial intelligence, if they can read our emotions, some pretty cool stuff. But a couple questions I saw that they had, like just things to stimulate your mind around happiness. If you could live in like a Matrix style world or a virtual world where you could plug in and you could consume artificial happiness and stuff that makes you feel good, would you do it?
Yeah.
Or does happiness have to be something real that you experience?
I would go for the real, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I'm a huge believer of the balance. Happiness is nothing if there isn't some type of a struggle there.
Oh, that's a great point.
To show you what happiness is. Every once in a while you have to wonder. You gotta be pissed at some stuff. Yeah, it's so right to say. Just since we are talking about happiness, Colin Powers is here in the house, and this guy makes me so happy, man.
Yeah,
Doesn't get any happier than Richard Colin Powers.
checking in from 2 blocks away. Maybe I'll walk over.
You should come over.
Bring it.
So, can you or would you buy happiness? Can you buy happiness? There's certain things that make you genuinely happier if you purchase them, or if you could actually buy happiness, would you do it?
People, let us know. Let us know what you think.
Something to think about. Something to think about. So I thought that was a neat way to kick off season 2, is that there's actually a happiness museum in Denmark. So we need to build a double shot museum. Maybe if we can't win first place for best use of live video, maybe we can win first place for happiness museums.
Yeah, we're second place, guys, because of you.
Oh, look, Starback is in the house. It's Scott.
Oh,
Was flying all over.
I tell you what, Starbucks barbecue, that is a happiness museum right there. You go in there, you can buy happiness. It's in barbecue form.
Hello, Scott. Nice to have you here, man.
Burn ends. That's what it's called.
So do you remember do you guys remember the ice bucket challenge?
Yes.
Where you would pour a bucket of ice water on your head and then they would donate to ALS research?
Yeah.
Well, this is pretty cool. All the ice bucket challenges people were doing, they raised more than $200 million from that. And an experimental medication that came from those funds raised actually is showing a lot of progress to slow the progression of ALS. So ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, it's sometimes called, it destroys nerve cells, so it makes it really difficult to move and walk and breathe and eat. And it develops later in life when you're between 40 and 70 years old. And once it sets in, the life expectancy is only a few years. So it's a pretty damaging disease. But with the Ice Bucket Challenge, that silly social media thing that went viral, $200 million raised, and they actually are coming out with treatments from that money that was raised. So it's much more than just a quirky little trend. They're actually making
guys, for those of you that participated on that challenge, look what you did. That is awesome. Look at that. Over $200 million. That is awesome. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, cool stuff. Here's a cute story. There was a boy. So a dad in Jackson, Michigan, went to an animal shelter to look for chickens. Stranger things have happened. But he saw a 2-month-old puppy that had a cleft lip, one of those birth defects, a cleft lip, and it caught his eye. And that's because his son, Bentley, 2 years old, also has a cleft lip.
No way.
Yes. So the dad adopts the puppy, 2-month-old puppy, for his 2-year-old son. The mother said to see him have something in common with a puppy means a lot, because he can grow up and understand that he and his puppy both have something they can share in common.
Aww.
Isn't that adorable?
That is super
Let
nice.
me move that out of the way. Look at that.
Yeah.
Little puppy smile.
So let me see if I understood. The guy was to a what?
He went to an animal shelter
Yeah.
for another reason. He was there looking for chickens, and then he saw this 2-month-old puppy.
And then he found a puppy.
Then he found a puppy,
Wow. Wow.
and that is so cute.
That is super nice. Wow.
He's like, I got to share that one.
Look at that. Look at that. Yes.
And then speaking of puppies, this is a neat organization I wanted to share with everyone that our friend Bridget in Pennsylvania sent over to us. By the way, if you have interesting, fun, uplifting stories that you come across, whether in your personal life or someone in your community that's doing something positive, or you come across a fun, unique, uplifting story, send it to us on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube so we can share it here. This one Bridget brought to our attention. This is a nonprofit in Puerto Rico. The camera was a little blurry. A nonprofit in Puerto Rico called the Sato Project. And they work in the southeast coast of Puerto Rico, and it's in one of the poorest communities in the entire state. And their mission is to rescue dogs, particularly from an area on this island known as Dead Dog Beach. And that's where people just abandon their dogs. And they found hundreds of dogs on this area of the island over the last few years. So Sato Project, their mission is to rescue these dogs. So they not only pick them up and screen them, they update their shots, they check them for injuries. It's pretty common to find them with bullet holes and mange and full of mites and that. So they spay and neuter the dogs, they give them plenty of love, and then they help them get adopted. And quite often they are shipped to JFK and Newark Airport up here in the States. And the dogs are then helped. They either go into a foster home or a forever home. And if the dogs end up not being able to work out with their foster home or their adoptive family, the nonprofit takes them back. So they'll never abandon a dog. They make sure once they take a dog and it's in their care, that they'll find it a home.
Wow.
So
look at this. Once again, people getting out of their way to do something. This is awesome. Wow.
And the Sato Project works entirely off of donations since it's a nonprofit. So I'll put their link down in the comments there if you want to donate to them.
Yeah, it's there. That's awesome.
Awesome program.
We have it here. A gente está aqui com Carlos Henrique. Carlos Henrique, lá de Vassouras. Tranquilo, meu querido? Um abração para a galera de Vassouras. Olha o que ele escreveu ali, Wagner. Aí, bom dia, me manda um salve aí para Vassoura, Rio de Janeiro. Um evento, ela fez um evento com vocês aqui. Daí por diante, jamais deixei de seguir. Yes. To see, we're going to read here a couple comments here. We got some people also watching us on YouTube. We are live also on YouTube. Hey, hello, friends from YouTube. Minsman, nice to have you here. Let me see here. What else? Oh, Stacy. Hello, Stacy. Yes. Rita, we got a lot of people saying things here. Thank you guys for participating here. Hey, Beverly, we got you, okay? Yes, we got it. And a fan here. Rita. Oh, but you're back, hey, Rita? Nice to have you here. All right, guys. We got reading here a couple of your comments. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. All right, to see, we are back to you.
Man, Colin, if you're still on, you should walk over.
Yeah, you should.
Colin, for those who don't know, Colin does most of our video work. So he shoots all our amazing music videos, and he lives just a couple blocks from where you guys are at right now.
You should come over.
He's going to bring his Casey's coffee, though, which usually we don't allow on the show. All right, so this is a neat story here. Walter would like this, and of course he left. But there's this company called Republic, and they're taking old abandoned hotels and turning them into affordable housing.
Oh, man. What a nice idea.
Yeah, it's a Los Angeles-based development company called Republic. Here, they turned a former Days Inn hotel in Branson, Missouri, that sat empty for over 8 years into affordable housing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so their goal is to provide affordable housing amidst the shortage across the country by providing these one-bedroom apartments with rents starting under $500, and they actually look pretty nice inside.
No kidding.
This helps address housing concerns for those that don't qualify for subsidized housing. Branson, Missouri, for example, they have a lot of tourism there. It's been hit hard by the pandemic. A lot of residents are out of work, and they have these abandoned hotels and motels.
Oh, wow.
The company's CEO, Richard Rubin, is originally from South Africa. He started doing this in Johannesburg. He was converting office buildings into housing there. Then he brought it to the States. And his goal is 20,000 units over the next 5 years. They currently have 2,000 units.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he believes the same approach could work to build supportive housing for homeless communities in certain cities.
What a great idea, man. Wow.
Also, this guy's taking old hotels and turning them into low-income apartments.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Super cool, dog. Yeah, what a nice idea, man.
I'd live in one of those.
Yeah. Right? We got to talk, man. We are probably going to move to Missouri. Let's go.
The Twins are going to Branson.
That's super cool, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, it's tackling so many different issues because these old hotels, they got to basically tear them down because it's a hotel. You can't turn a hotel into much except affordable housing.
Yeah. And the living issue here because of the pandemic is like crazy. I saw a crazy video about people getting evicted from their homes in Texas. It's like straight out of a movie, man. Like you never thought you'd see that happen in real life, you know? So that is awesome. I love it.
Check out this couple. Julio Cesar Mora and his wife Walderamina Quinteros have been married for 79 years. Julio is 110.
Oh my.
And his wife is going to be 105 next month, making them the oldest married couple in the world with a combined age of almost 215 years.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, the Guinness World Record officially certified them as the world's oldest living couple. They met on a school vacation. They were friends for a few years, and their parents didn't want them to see each other, so it was kind of hush-hush.
Yeah.
And they got married just before Valentine's Day in 1941. So maybe that's the secret to finding your soulmate. Maybe you got to find someone that the parents don't want you to be with.
Yeah.
Almost 215 years of combined age, wisdom, and experience. Holy buckets.
Wow. And they look good, man. Look at that. Wow.
They do look good.
That is awesome.
Ecuador.
We got some more people here jumping in from Brazil. Cristiano, nice having you here, my friend. How are you? People, can I share a little bit of a good news here with you guys? Good news that happened to us here not too long ago. We got the chance to travel again as a band. Yeah. We went to Tahoe last week. That's why we are not here also with the show. We took a break. We were in Tahoe doing a event there, and that was beautiful. It was so nice for us to get the chance to hit the road again. We drove from Iowa to Tahoe. That was a super long drive. It was beautiful. We are so lucky because we got a perfect weather to be on the road. It was just beautiful all the way. And now we are getting ready to hit the road again, my brother and I, and the band is going to meet us later on. We are going to the Buke. We have a couple of things coming up in the Buke. From the Buke, we are going to go to Sheboygan. Our friends in Sheboygan, we are going to be playing there, Wisconsin. And after Wisconsin, Sheboygan, we are going to go to Wisconsin, Oshkosh. We are coming to the Grand Oshkosh, okay? This Saturday we'll be on the Grand Oshkosh. So come and hang out with us if you live there in that area. We're just going to have fun, play music for you, do what we do, would be nice to have you guys there. If you know people that live in those areas, invite them. Let them know that we are going to be there. The Duke is going to be at the University of the Duke. It's going to be mostly for the students on campus. Just a very nice social distance pop-up show. We are super excited to do that. The Duke has always been taking such a good care of us. We really appreciate you guys. And then Sheboygan. We haven't been in Sheboygan forever.
Yeah, something caught my attention. Connie Isaac, look at that, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Oh my God, what are you doing? Canada.
Canada.
Hey.
Hello, Canada.
These are just the people we pay to say they are from, not from here, you know.
That's pretty cool.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
And hold on. Somebody,
Reba. Hello, Reba. Haven't seen you forever.
Oh, somebody said. Oh, Sherry, welcome. That's her first time tuning in.
Oh,
Sherry didn't wake up early.
Oh, yeah. The 9 a.m. show is getting way more people here. All right, guys. So let's go back to TC and hear some more good news. TC, what do you have, man?
More good news on the animal front. Every week, I seem to find articles about endangered animals that are being rediscovered or populations bouncing back. We've had everything from elephants in Africa, hawks, and turkey vultures in the Utah area. Mountain lions are now coming back to Southern California. Good if you're a mountain lion, not so good if you live in the Los Angeles area. But mountain lions... baby mountain lion boom has occurred this past summer in the Santa Monica Mountains and the Simi Hills, which is just outside of Los Angeles. And 13 kittens were born to 5 mountain lion mothers just between May and August. It's the first time so many mountain lion dens have been found within such a short period of time during the past 18 years. Wow. So nearly 2 decades, they haven't seen this many born in such a short period of time.
Wow, super cute. Look at that.
They're adorable. This marks a regional record for National Park Service researchers. And they had the Woolsey fires a couple years ago in Los Angeles, which burnt a ton of the mountains. So researchers were excited to see that mountain lions came back so quickly to these areas. And the ongoing study that they're doing looks to examine how these cats survive amidst urbanization, adapting to interactions with humans and that, and threats to genetic diversity. And apparently there's poisoning is really common with mountain lions. So humans will put stuff out like rat poison and stuff for pests, and then the mountain lions end up consuming it and dying. So I just saw a related article about an hour ago that the city of Los Angeles now banned this certain type of poison so that mountain lions wouldn't ingest it. So mountain lions are coming back.
Nice. Oh, Beverly is asking here, anything about giraffes? The only thing I know about giraffes is that they're super tall animals. They can be tall.
I fed a giraffe at the Des Moines Zoo a couple weeks back.
Oh, yeah. They come very close.
Yeah.
Look at TC, man, helping the world. Hey. Thank you, TC.
You know, I just do my part feeding captivated giraffes iceberg lettuce. I usually don't go to zoos, but my nieces were in town, so we went to the zoo.
Nice.
Do you remember Lebanon had that massive explosion?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, and they haven't been doing very well economically. Their dollar is not doing too hot. But some good news out of Lebanon, also on the animal front. Sea turtles, green sea turtles are back. They've seen a record number of endangered green sea turtles and loggerhead turtles.
Okay.
These things are also super cute. And there's a gal there, Mona Khalil, 72 years old. She spent the last 20 years defending the shoreline from factories, private beach clubs, developers, people that are fishing in the area. And the reason is this particular area of Lebanon on the shoreline is one of the most important breeding grounds for turtles in the area.
Oh, wow.
So they've spent the last 20 some years voluntarily protecting these nests and hatchlings from foxes, animals, and humans to help the baby sea turtles make it back to the sea. They haven't seen this many turtles in nearly 20 years. Another 2-decade boom. And everything from all the trash coming ashore to getting tangled up in fishing nets. Residents there also fish with dynamite, which is pretty common. So that obviously disrupts everything in the area.
How do you fish with dynamite?
Dynamite. Yeah, they like use explosives in the water to fish. So this gal, again, 72 years old, she said she's been threatened. They've tried to burn her house down. They've shot at her over the years. She's literally risking her life for these sea turtles. And she stood up to these developers who have built condos illegally on the beach. And Lebanon isn't the only country that's seen signs of recovery with nesting turtle populations. A couple weeks back, we talked about Thailand. As people have pulled back from the beaches, Phuket, Thailand, beautiful. They have seen more leatherback turtle nests than any point in the last 20 years as well.
Wow.
And so has Florida. Florida has seen an increase in endangered leatherback sea turtles. And in northern India, thousands of olive ridley sea turtle hatchlings took advantage of all the empty beaches there because of the pandemic. So we're seeing turtle populations growing all over the world.
Taking over.
This
This is
Taking
awesome.
over.
This is awesome. Wow. Sweet, guys. Let me see who else is here. Reba, very nice having you here. Okay, Jayla says, hi, you are improving his morning. He's learning online from home and just shared how he knows English, Spanish, and some Portuguese with his class. Oh, nice. That is nice. Okay, that name that I'm totally not going to be able to say. Would love for you to come and play in Wyoming. Oh, we are just traveling through Wyoming.
Yeah. It's beautiful there too. Wyoming.
Yeah, we are just passing through Wyoming last week. That was awesome. Yeah, someday for sure. Someday we'll go there and play for you guys. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Get us there. The best news is season 2 of Coffee with the Twins. Hey, Linda, you got it.
Amanda just tuned in.
Hey, Amanda.
Amanda just woke up.
Wow, Amanda. I don't know how many of you guys remember, Amanda was the lady helping the community here after the Rachel, the storm that went through the Midwest, basically. Yeah, look what the storm did to us. So a lot of people went on like weeks without power and
That's
food
Amanda
and everything. Yeah.
and Renee.
Yeah, so they were doing a great job here a couple of weeks back, helping the community, buying stuff, helping them with money and supplies. Amanda, very nice having you here. Very nice having you here. Thank you for joining us, okay? Lide, good morning, guys. We are here back with our show, season 2 now, Coffee with the Twins. This is the place where we meet to share good news.
9 a.m. now.
9 a.m. new time. We were starting back then. We were starting at 8 a.m. And now we moved up to 9. Yes. So this is the place where we share good news, things that are happening all over the world. It could be in your community, even. It could be in your life. You know, so this is the place where we just hang out.
As a matter of
drink
fact,
some hot thing.
Please share something with us, like something good that you know that happens or something that has happened in your life. Let us know something good. You can write on the comments if anything good happened in your life or if you heard of something good that happened in your life that happened. If you want to know.
You done? Oh, look, Rita said, Walter, are you really putting honey in your coffee? This is tea. Today, because it's season 2, we changed it to tea.
This is what's the name of it?
Raspberry.
Raspberry.
Raspberry tea. So, guys, let me see if TC has some more good news here. And today we are not gonna stay here for the whole hour because we have another live show that we have to jump on here in a little bit. So, TC, what else do you have?
Yeah, this is a heartwarming story out of Nashville, Tennessee. There was a gal named Lashenda Williams, and she was battling drug addiction. She was living in her car. So she was sleeping in the parking lot of a Kroger grocery store. And she said she was really embarrassed. She'd have to put the seat all the way back so people wouldn't see her. Well, the manager of the store obviously noticed her in the parking lot and said, "Hey, we have a job fair coming up. You should come in and apply about getting a job here at the grocery store." So she showed up at the morning of the job fair and she brought an old laptop that she hadn't used in a long time. She plugged it in. The manager helped her fill out the application, which took a couple hours. Once it was submitted, the manager offered her a job on the spot. And she got the job, and now she's been with the store since last December. And the manager said she's a fantastic worker. I wish I had 120 of her. And a representative from corporate said, "We're so lucky to have Lashenda as part of our Kroger family. Her uplifting spirit is contagious. She's made such a positive impact on her fellow team members." And she said, Lashenda said, "I was sleeping in a parking lot and looking for something to eat. And now all my babies here love on me. No one abuses me. No one calls me dumb and stupid. For the first time in my life, I finally got peace."
Guys, do you see? That was beautiful. So now my question is, wow, think about it, people. Which type of world would we be living if we did more of this? If we gave more second chance, more opportunities? Look at this. Instead going there and judging the lady or calling the cops on her because she was leaving the parking lot of of the store. Hey, come here. Let's try this again. That's pretty much what happened. And look at this. I bet you guys felt something in your heart right now. And this is just because of the fact we learned here somebody gave another somebody a second chance. Which type of world would we be living in if we gave more second chance? If we, instead judging, let the other people try again.
Right.
This is beautiful, man.
Yeah, I like that, Weg. Yeah, second chances. Yeah, and I mean, it in this story, everyone wins. I mean, you have this gal who totally reinvented herself. She's got a whole new lease on life, and the store has one of their best employees. Oh, and I forgot to add, where is it? Okay, so the manager and the store employees and also some individuals in the community helped her get an apartment.
Sorry.
Did he actually show up? Wow.
Yes, yes.
Welcome to the show, Colin Powers.
Oh man!
Look at these guys. Of course, season 2 just had to have it. For those of you who don't know, this is Colin, the guy behind the cameras in all of our music videos and pictures also. Colin, say hi, man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I was just on the computer watching you guys a minute ago. I live just a couple blocks away, so I just decided to walk over.
Yes. What are you doing, Colin?
Nothing. I just got done. Had a little workout in the garage. I was actually listening to you guys while I was working out, and then I'm walking to Starbucks to get some coffee. But maybe I don't have to go to Starbucks. Hey, do I have to get my own cup here, Walter, or what?
Oh my goodness!
Hey,
Nice little setup you guys got here.
Isn't that nice?
You guys are like real professionals.
Yeah, man. We're growing up. Oh, look, to see he's on the other side of town.
I see. What a good-looking guy.
it's your camera. I'm using your old camera. That's why.
Nice.
Hey, Colin, tell us about the trip you just took. I'm going to try to pull up some of your pictures.
Yeah, for sure. Gosh, the last trip. What was the last trip that I did? Oh, I actually had a photo shoot in Moab, some engagement pictures for a couple who lives in Iowa but wanted to go someplace a little bit more unique for their engagement pictures. So I had to be in Moab. in the middle of the trip, so I kind of planned some stuff around it. Actually, this is a different trip, but this was with another photographer in Des Moines, Justin Meyer, who I've traveled with a lot. He does kind of high-end weddings and portraits and things. So he travels quite a bit with his couples. I mean, they have a little bit more of a budget than most people that I shoot with. Not you guys. No, you guys have endless budget, obviously. Which is why we sleep 4 in 1 bed hotel rooms. But this was with Justin. We went, man, I picked him up in Salt Lake City. We drove to San Francisco. We drove to Death Valley. We drove out to Phoenix. We drove to Vegas. And we were meeting couples or picking them up at the airport all throughout this trip. And
Is that San Diego?
What's that?
Is that San Diego?
No, that's up north. That's really just south of San Francisco. I can't remember what area that is.
Wow.
But yeah, so that was pretty epic. Justin knows a lot of spots on the coast up there in northern Colorado or northern California. But yeah, we got some cool couples that were willing to get up early or stay out late, shooting sunrise and sunset. It was pretty epic.
Colin, these are fantastic.
Yeah, thanks. I like shooting behind the scenes stuff. It's kind of nice there's a lot less pressure on you. You're just kind of trying to capture the moment behind the scenes, obviously, and you're not really involved there's no posing or anything. I'm terrible at posing people for photos. And
your behind the scenes pictures are better than some people's actual engagement pictures. Oh, look at that one.
That one's great. He thought that was kind of corny, laid on the ground to do that, but he did it anyways. And I made sure to get a picture of him doing that.
Wow, these are fantastic.
Yeah. And again, this is we ended up shooting in super harsh light. It's pretty bad sunlight there, in my opinion, but they still turned out pretty cool just because you can't ruin that backdrop, really.
Yes.
Wow, nice stuff, Colin.
Yeah, thanks. How was your guys' trip? You guys just got back. Oh, you went to Tahoe.
We went to Tahoe. Yeah, we were there. Yeah, we were just telling here our people here that we got the chance to travel again.
Yeah.
Which for you it seemed that never stopped. It's just another day. Colin, he said that he lives in Iowa, in Des Moines, Iowa, but the truth is that he's got a house here. He lives everywhere else but at his house. He come here just to take a break. Yeah. So yeah, we got the chance to go there. Which your family had.
Yeah, my parents live in Lake Tahoe, but they were back here when you guys were there.
Yeah, so. It was amazing.
It's one of my favorite places in the country. In the summer it's beautiful. In the winter it's beautiful. Yeah. It gets cold and a ton of snow. They get hundreds of inches of snow up there, but it's never it's not below zero with wind blowing in Des Moines here.
Oh wow. It was beautiful.
Did you guys jump in the water?
Not at all.
It's so cold. The water's so cold.
Yeah. The day we were there was super warm. Yeah. There was people in the water, but we didn't have time. Yeah. So guys, if you're just jumping in here right now, we got Colin here. This is our videographer, photographer, and best friend. Did you know that? Guys, ask Colin questions. People usually ask us about Colin, so he's right here asking him questions. Put down as a matter of fact,
I see Lenny Palmer. Show up.
Yeah, Lenny is in the house.
Colin, I have a question. You've put probably millions of miles on your vehicles, just driving across the United States, taking really, really cool pictures and video. If you had to recommend 1 or 2 places for people here that are watching, hey, you have to visit this place in the U.S. before you die.
Yeah.
What are some off the map gems here?
Yeah, the one that I always tell people, my go-to if I'm trying to help people, because I go west most of the time. So I'm in Utah, Colorado, California, Arizona, so that's kind of what I know the best. The East Coast I've done a few times, but I certainly don't know it as well. And I always tell people, start in southern Colorado. You can do Great Sand Dunes National Park is kind of on the southern border of Colorado. And then right below that is New Mexico. And then you get to 4 corners where it's Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. And so you just follow the border of those 4 states from Great Sand Dunes National Park. Then you can hit Shiprock, New Mexico, which is unbelievable. You can get up to, there's in the Tetons. You can get up to, southern Utah is probably my favorite part of any state. Like, it's unbelievable. You got right there Monument Valley, and that's Forrest Gump Road in the movie Forrest Gump, where he's running across the country and he says, "I'm tired. I think I'm going to go home." Like, that's the spot that he stops. So that's kind of a touristy spot at different times of the day. But I mean, you got northern Arizona, you got the Grand Canyon, which is pretty cool, but there's also tons of other stuff in Arizona, Sedona. But then back up into Utah, that's in Utah at Goblin Valley State Park, which is probably the coolest state park in the whole United States, I think. And I stayed in that little yurt. That's in Moab with a bunch of friends. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, like, my truck is the second one from the right there, the gray one. So I've kind of outfitted it to travel, like, to make sustained travel a little bit easier. Like, I have a fridge in there, I have a tent on the back of it. I got my own, like, air tank and a bunch of tools and a bunch of things to kind of help so that I can kind of be on my own away from civilization for longer, extra fuel and that type of thing. So it's, oh gosh, thanks, buddy. Hey, now we're really having coffee with the twins.
There we go.
But I would definitely say, like, that border, the border of Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah is definitely just an unbelievable spot to kind of keep bouncing up and down between the states. And you end up making your way over to, like, Page, Arizona, where Horseshoe Bend is. The Lower Antelope Canyon is one of the most amazing places ever. That's in Moab. A lot of these are probably from Utah. I took a lot of pictures in Utah. On the side. That's in Ecuador. That's my parents, or my mom and my stepdad and my brother.
Yes.
There it is. My dog.
Colin, you take some just insane pictures. It's stuff that you see on, like, a commercial or in a magazine, or you're scrolling on Instagram. And this is what you do for fun. Like, you just get your car and go.
I try and incorporate, like, this last trip where I had a shoot in Moab that I was getting paid for, and the rest of this trip I just made into something that I wanted to do for myself. So I try and do that and fit in both work and pleasure.
Wow.
Yeah, that's top of the world in Moab, Utah. Pretty crazy place to be able to drive your vehicle to.
Now, I got some people interacting with Colin. Look what Tony Holmes said. Awesome job on the pink piano video, by the way.
Oh, that was a fun one. That was freezing cold. We'd have to stop shooting every once in a while and go sit in the cars to warm up our hands.
We were just talking about that yesterday, about that video. Like, there are some people here, friends of ours, that it's definitely the best video.
Yeah, last night we were talking about it. Jared loved, that's Jared's favorite.
Yeah, we got some people that they said that pink piano is their favorite video.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't seen our videos yet, it's a wonderful chance to go there now and see, because the guy who shoots the video is sitting right here beside us.
Yeah, tell them about this video and how you guys found this and where it was.
Yeah, so I kind of was, I'd been to Detroit and Gary, Indiana, because I kind of used to be into, like, urban exploring, going through, like, decayed buildings and stuff. And so this is in Gary, Indiana. And so I had been there a couple of times, and this building is kind of just a big open space. There's not much to it, really, as you can see. And so the twins and TC and I, we were in Gary shooting in that old abandoned church for the Hallelujah video. And before we left town, I said, well, let's go check out some other buildings that I know of around here that I know you can get into, that I know are kind of cool. And we drove past this building, which I just knew it was open. Like, you can see there's no doors on it or anything. You can just walk into it. And as we were driving by, one of these guys said, I think there's a piano in there. I'm like, no, it's just a big empty building. And they're like, no, there's something in there. I think it's a piano. So we turned around and drove back. And sure enough, this bright pink piano, someone had brought it in there, maybe to shoot their own music video. Who knows? But that was pretty crazy. But we had to leave because one of us had to be home for another obligation. And so we had to come home, and the whole way home, TC's like, we have to make this happen. Like, we got to go back before someone takes this piano out or sets it on fire or something. And so I think we went home and we did whatever work we all had to do. And it was maybe like 4 days later or something. We drove back to Gary, Indiana and shot this video, and thank God the piano was still there.
Yep. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice one.
That was a blast. And we shot that in, what, 4 hours, 5 hours?
Probably, yeah.
I shot it pretty quick, like a.
It was all in one day for sure.
Yeah, it felt like 18 because it was so cold.
It was freezing.
So Colin is also the guy behind the Hallelujah video. I know that a lot of you guys love the Hallelujah video. So he was also the one who shot Hallelujah. He shot Hallelujah, Dance With Me. Most of our videos there were shot by Colin. So go there. If you haven't had the chance yet, go on YouTube and check out the videos.
You have to say TC edits all the videos, so if you hire me to shoot a music video, you're going to have to hire TC to edit it. So if you want it to turn out this
We're a good team, Colin.
Yeah,
It's the back, man.
it is.
Look at that.
Yeah, Colin did that one. Dance With Me. That was our first one.
Dance With Me was our first. Evan and I were just watching that with somebody the other day saying, this is so good for being our first music video of all of us together. Like, that one turned out so
I
well.
love that with you. I love it. There we go. Look at the people there. Yes, we know people. Look at that. That's Colin Powers here in the house. He's closing up now the second season of Coffee with the Twins, which just started today. So we are going to be back here. Well, as a matter of fact, I just had an idea here. When you got in, we are thinking about bringing Colin on Thursday for wine with the Twins.
Ooh,
You drink?
yeah, I drink wine, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Is this in the morning? Is this at 8 a.m.?
No.
Okay, that's better.
So we are gonna try to bring Colin and pick his brain on Thursday with wine with the Twins. Okay.
I'll try and be less sweaty. I really did just get done working out.
Somebody's gotta do Colin.
That's why I'm in such good shape.
Our excuse is like, oh, I cannot work out, man. We're in quarantine, you know. Just have to wait for it to blow away. But guys, so you're gonna be seeing more of Colin if he agrees. He in the show with us, okay? So this was Coffee with the Twins Season 2, the first show of the season. We're gonna be back here on Thursday with Wine with the Twins, and next Tuesday again with more coffee. 9 a.m. now, okay? Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for watching us. TC, where are you, my friend? Raise your glass to another season. Here we go. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Later.
Whoa.